All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity. And salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Not sure what I'm entitled this lesson, but I've been meditating on the deliverance. The deliverance of the elect, man. Being taken up in those chairs, being taken up in those so-called UFOs. While the destruction is raining down on America, Babylon the Great, the elect is going to be taken up. Let's start there. So I've been meditating on that salvation, how it's going to be a miraculous, display of the power of Yahawah, you know. Let's start in Matthew. Because this deliverance is going to be so out of this world that it's gonna trump the deliverance that we had coming out of the land of Egypt. Let me get that real quick. You know, let's go to Jeremiah. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a beautiful deliverance, and that's what our hope is. That's what our desire is, to be preserved from the said perils, and to see our Lord Yahawashi coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Right? Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said that the Lord that the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he hath driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. See that? So it's letting you know that the deliverance is going to happen in this time that is fastly approaching. It's going to be more talked about than the deliverance out of Egypt, man. All right? Again, when our Lord hit the scene, and those clouds, which are, as Esau called it, so-called UFOs, man, it's going to be a beautiful display of power, right? This is the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 24. I don't know why this thing doing that. Matthew chapter 24, and let's see. We'll start at verse 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened. See, immediately after the tribulation of those days, Jacob's trouble, right? It says, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. Yeah, the stars are a dark saying for those ICBM missiles, right? And the powers of heaven, yeah, the rulers, right, shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. See that? And then shall all tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven. What are the clouds of heaven? Those so-called UFOs, man. All right, we shall the chariots of Yahawashi, right? It says with power and great glory. See that? And he shall send his angels with the sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. See that? So the Lord is going to gather his elect when the destruction's coming down, man. Again, it's going to be a beautiful display of power. How the Lord is going to save his chosen, right? How the Lord is going to bring them through all the sad perils, and then go up in those chairs, right? Those bed chambers. What is that? Shut that door about thee. Let's get that. Let's say the book of Isaiah. Let me see. I might have it wrong. Let me see. Bear with me. Yep, there it is. Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast." See that? Remember when Noah, when the Lord shut the door on Noah, then it started raining. It's the same thing that's going to occur, man. When the Lord takes the elect up, those missiles going to be raining down. You know, that's a perfect illustration in Psalms 91. Let's go get that. Right? Where the elect is being taken up, and they seeing the reward of the wicked. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, and verse 1. "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Yeah, that covering, that protection. And what's the secret place? This truth. "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. In Him will I trust." Yeah, we trust in Yahawashi. Why? Because He's going to be the ones bringing the calamities, you know, the destruction, the plagues, right? So we're asking the Lord to be our refuge and our fortress. Surely He shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler. Who is the fowler? Esau, Edom. "And from the Northland pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shall thy trust." See that? "His truth shall be thy shield and buckler." Yeah, this truth is going to be the shield and buckler, man. That putting on the whole army, right? Putting on the whole armor of Yahawashi. It says, "Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow." See, nor for the arrow that flieth at noonday. What is that arrow? Those ICBM missiles, man. "The Lord ordaineth His arrows against the persecutors." All right, what is that? Psalms 7. Let's get that real quick. We're going to go back to Psalms 91. Psalms chapter 11 and verse 13. "He have also prepared for him the instruments of death." What are the instruments of death? Those ICBM missiles. "He ordaineth His arrows against the persecutors." See that? He ordaineth His arrows against the persecutors. Let me see. I need to jump up. Yeah, that's it. "He ordaineth His arrows." Those arrows are those ICBM missiles. Matter of fact, let's continue. "Behold, He travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood." Yeah, Esau Edom does all those things, man. Bring forth falsehood. He's a forger of lies. "He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which He made." See that? His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate. See that? His violent dealings shall come down, see that, upon his own pate. And the pate is the crown of your head. All right, meaning the upper echelon wicked elite are going to feel the brunt of those thermonuclear missiles, man. It's going to be the end of Esau's rulership, right? And the beginning of Jacob's. Back in Psalms 91 and verse 3, it says, "He shall deliver thee in such troubles." Excuse me, Salakia. I'm thinking of something else. This is a beautiful precept too. What is that? Job. So Salakia. Psalms 91 and 3. "He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the Northland pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, another metaphor for the chariots, and under his wings shall thy trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day. Yeah, those ICBM missiles, right? Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. See that? 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand. So as you're going up in those chairs, up in those bed chambers, it's going to be more and more death going to be on the left side and on the right side of you, man. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall come not thee. See that? But it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. See that? You want to see the reward of the wicked, right? It says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come near nigh thy dwelling. That ultimate plague that we read about in Zechariah 14:12, those ICBM missiles, right? It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee. See that? Then we just read that in Matthew, where the Lord is going to send his angels to gather together the elect, right? It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands. See that? They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under thy feet. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high. See that? Which is going into the rulership, but also going up into those chairs. I will set him on high because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. See that? Immediately after the tribulation of those days, I will deliver him and honor him. See that? With long life will I satisfy him and show him, and shew him my salvation. See that? So the elect is going to be showed the salvation of Yahawashi, right? Let's get something to close it out. Yeah, that's going to be a beautiful scene in the movie, as it were, right? Revelation chapter 15 and verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels, having the 7 last plagues. See, the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. Yeah, those 7 last plagues are talking about those ICBM missiles, man. All right? It says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten over the victory of the beast. Yeah, they was basically, John Revelator was standing on the firmament, man. All right? You know, in a chariot looking down on the destruction. It says, and them that had gotten victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, which all those are synonymous with each other, right? Stand on the sea of glass. See? Stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. See that? So yeah, the elect is going to be beamed up while the destruction is commencing, man. All right? And that's what I was meditating on. You know, being delivered from this place, being delivered from those bodies, man. These bodies, man, this flesh, man. You know? Seeing the salvation of Yahawashi. All right? So I pray this has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Lord willing, coming next you with another lesson. Till the next time, I say Shalom, DTA, and a Bible ball soon. Shalom.